We've got Subramanian Sarma, who is the whole-time director and senior executive vice president energy at L&T, now joining us on the show. Thank you so much for taking time out. I just want to get a broad view from you first up as to what your outlook is on the hydrogen ecosystem playing out in India over the next 3 to 5 years and how things have shaped up so far.
Firstly, good morning. Thank you for having me here. Great to be on your channel. Yeah, I think 3 to 5 years is a good time horizon. I think a lot of things will fall in place by that time. For this industry to evolve, there are three or four main pillars which we need to work on or build upon. One is on the supply side, supply in terms of able to produce the value chain components and supply them in the market, like the solar panels, the electrolyzers, and so on and so forth, and the storage batteries, etc. And in that space, as you know, the government had put in a lot of enabling policies in terms of production linked incentives, etc. And there is already a momentum gaining on that front. The second pillar would be the demand side. I think that there again will need some government enabling policies to create the demand. And there's a lot of work going on, and we are hoping the new hydrogen policy will address that aspect. It's not just the domestic demand, but also the export demand, and the SEZs and for green hydrogen, green ammonia could be another enabling policy that will push the export opportunities as well. And there I see that the hydrocarbon industry and the metal industry would be the front runners in terms of adoption of green hydrogen. The third pillar, I would say, is the consumer behavior itself. I mean, not the retail consumer, but generally the whole fraternity around how much we value environmental, cleanliness, and how much we sort of concerned about global warming, and how much we want to adapt these newer sources of energy in our daily lives. Because at some point, I mean, though there is a lot of effort to bring price parity, I think there is going to be always be some gap, and people will have to be prepared to pay certain amount of premium to protect the mother earth for the future generations. And the last pillar, of course, will be the infrastructure. I mean, how it evolves in terms of distribution, in terms of regulatory frameworks, etc., etc. So a lot of work to do, but I think, as I said before, 3 to 5 years is a good time frame, and many things will happen. There's a lot of momentum. Yesterday, I was in Delhi. I was attending the FIPI event, which is an annual event. The Honorable Minister was there, and he addressed. And I think there's a lot of upbeat about this. There's a lot of positive sentiment about how this whole industry will evolve.
What are the parallels in the world which give everybody conviction that green hydrogen is going to be a game changer? I mean, right now everybody is at a very incubation stage, but are there parallels where this has gone beyond just proof of concept?
I mean, we don't have to go, Nikunj, outside India. You see, one of the parallels I would sort of draw upon is the digital wave which has caught up in India. I mean, pre-COVID, post-COVID, just after COVID, we said that we want to have a cashless economy. We want to digitalize. I think, honestly, putting hand on your heart, none of us believed that the pace of adaptation and the pace of technological revolution and the penetration across the country would be so rapid and so fast. And that is, I think, is a great. I mean, so once certain things, people see value in it, people see benefit in it, the adaptation becomes faster, including in a country like India, which is very complex. So I think, and there is a lot of other examples, even in the technology field, like what is happening in AI space and etc., etc., and even in the industrial revolution side. The solar energy, again, is another parallel. I mean, 10 years back, the cost of solar energy was 5x, 6x to conventional, and now it is competing. So I think I'm personally quite optimistic, Nikunj, that this will catch up. I mean, only variable is whether it's 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years, but it has to happen.
Hydrogen been successful anywhere in the world? I'm just trying to understand again a parallel of where green hydrogen has been implemented and where it has leads to significant amount of savings and energy benefits.
No, I think it is still an early stage, but if you, as I had said earlier, also the pace of implementation and adaptation is going to be quite different in different continents and different regions of the world. I think now, if I had to sort of say where it's been gone ahead, is mostly in Europe. Europe is definitely far ahead of for rest of the other continents, and there are many projects. And I think there is also a steel plant, which is a very large scale steel plant, which is called as a green steel plant. I think it's in Norway or Denmark, where the entire steel production is going to be using green hydrogen. So I think, and they have a lot of surplus renewable energy now coming from the wind farms. So they are looking at using that energy for producing green hydrogen. There's also another refinery which is going to get completely using green hydrogen. In US, there's been a big wave in producing a lot of blue ammonia and blue hydrogen projects. So I think US and Europe is caught up. I mean, I think it's moving very fast, and then we'll see that in Australia, and then we'll also see that in Japan. There are a few thermal power plants in Japan who are now blending ammonia with a conventional fuel as an alternative source of energy. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening.
Okay. How will NLT benefit because of this? One is that we have the total breakup of the energy book you have. Now, if this becomes a very large technology, could this be a game changing for the aggregate business of L&T, or this is going to be just one of those businesses which will incrementally add to your profitability?
No, I would like to believe it's going to be a game changer, because see, I think L&T has been in the energy infrastructure building for almost now 3 decades, yeah, since 1994. And we have played a very active role in development of the entire infrastructure, whether it is in the upstream or midstream or downstream, both in the domestic market as well as in the neighboring countries, including West Asia. So we built a very strong capability on the project execution and understanding of that domain, where the green hydrogen is going to be consumed. Then on this other side, we also have a very strong manufacturing base. We have been quite strong in high-tech manufacturing. And again, that's another space where we will have an active role in the green hydrogen value chain. And the more interesting thing, the third leg, what we have as part of our green energy strategy, is the development role, where we have formed now a joint venture with IOCL and Renew Power, where we're looking at co-investing and developing some of the projects. And I think that is a model which is going to be definitely, if it works out well, is going to add significant amount of volume of business and a continuous revenue stream. So I think all three put together in terms of EPC project business, in terms of manufacturing, and also in the development role in the green energy space, in addition to where we are already present in the fossil fuel sector as well as in the power sector. So this is going to be a more of a supplementary addition to the business. So I think all in all, I see this as a great opportunity to add a significant volume of business to L&T's portfolio.
All right, really appreciate your time and so glad you could join us, and good luck with green hydrogen. I certainly hope that it changes everyone's life when it comes to how future energy needs.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.